Hi ninjas, how are you doing? It's a girl Owamie, aka the only Miss Fear Focal in this YouTube streets. If it's the first time joining me, almost definitely welcome. Please do make sure that you subscribe and also hit the bell. I absolutely love it. And do not forget to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. It's at boldly Owamie. Now my ninjas, before we get into this video, let's go ahead and check this shout out.
Hi guys, my name is Mbali. Others know me as Mabloom, and hence my YouTube channel is called Mabloom Channels. I deal with travel content, but also at the same time I deal with getting you plugged, right? Getting the right business opportunities internationally. Where do you get the funding? But also at the same time, if you are looking for jobs abroad, like in New Zealand, Australia, these are the countries that I'm dealing with. So please make sure that you subscribe, like, comment. I want to see you there.
Now, my ninjas, the link will be in the description box down below. So make sure that you do go to our ninjas channel and you actually do comment to say Queen Ninja sent you guys. And also make sure that you subscribe, like, and do all the necessary stuff. Okay? Now, Shbubu, today, as you guys see me with this makeup, I actually am from TikTok. I went to a TikTok event and I came back with this candle. It's Friday, it's Friday. We all know haters are out because they can see the queen is back. So I'm gonna go ahead and just switch on a candle to ward these evil spirits away. And yes, I'm talking about you haters, okay? Oh my gosh. Well, I don't think you guys can see it because of the light, but it is actually switched on now. Love this. But I think I'm gonna just put the candle next to my 200k plaques that are sitting right over there. Okay. Anyways, Bubu, let's go ahead and get into this chandy. So today we are actually going to talk about SAPS. Am I disappointed? Sure. I feel like we'll forever be disappointed. Am I shocked? No. It's SAPS we're talking about here. But I felt like we need to actually talk about this. I'm going to go ahead and have a picture somewhere there and you guys will see that. And this is what they say. Breaking news. Top SAPS crime intelligence chief arrested in corruption scandal. Lieutenant General Dumisani Khumalo, head of the South African Police Service Crime Intelligence Division, was arrested today at OR Tambo International Airport by the IDAC. The high-profile arrest has sent shockwaves through the law enforcement community, spotlighting allegations of deep-seated corruption within SAPS leadership. Khumalo faces charges related to unlawful senior appointments and the misappropriation of SAPS crime intelligence / funds. Sources indicate his arrest is tied to a border investigation into a 45 million rands property scandal where Khumalo and Major General Philani Lushaba allegedly authorized purchases without proper oversight, raising questions about financial misconduct and abuse of power. The investigating directorate has remained tight-lipped about specific details, but the arrest underscores ongoing efforts to root out corruption in South African police service. Khumalo's detention has sparked public concern and the integrity of the crime intelligence unit, a critical component of the nation's fight against crime. As the case unfolds, all eyes will be on the judicial process to determine the extent of the alleged corruption and its impact on SAPS operation. Khumalo is expected to appear in court soon, where further details may emerge. Okay, now just for some of you guys that have forgotten, he is Lieutenant General, who is the head of the South African Police Service Crime Intelligence Division. This is the head of the SAPS when it comes to crime unit that actually got arrested now, allegedly. Okay, one thing that I'm gonna go ahead and say is that The ANC, in all honesty, our government has destroyed this country. Ain't even going to lie. I'm not even going to lie. I'm not into politics. I don't talk about politics because I love my life. I'm not as brave as Candace Owen, and I don't have the resources that she has. But one thing that I can go ahead and tell you guys is this: ANC is succeeding in destroying this country. Corruption is at its highest at this point. It's at its highest. There is corruption everywhere. There is corruption everywhere. Like, there is nothing in this country, any division where you can go and there's no corruption. And that is because the ANC allows it. You understand? The punishment is not as much. I mean, at this point, you can go ahead and follow this case. Obviously, as I said, I'm not going to be reporting on it. I love my life. Because yes, sure, we're talking about it now, but in my personal opinion, I feel like it's gonna be one of those cases that just linger off the earth, and we really may not even hear much about it, at one point. I'm just asking myself, who did he piss off? And I wonder why. What happened? Because you cannot tell me that this is head of department and he's been doing the things that he was doing, and it's only now that is being found. After how long? Like, for me, I feel like he did cross maybe some people that are quite powerful, and it's just a flexing of power to show you that we can still also arrest you or do this or do that, right? But what I'm going to go ahead and say is that corruption in South Africa, guys, is at a point where it's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Everybody's cutting corners. I am so disappointed. Let me tell you something. Getting a good dentist in this country now is as difficult as I honestly do not know. It's difficult. Let me tell you what they're doing now. They are using cheap material. Like, I'm someone that, it's no secret, I've had issues with my teeth for a very long time. I've had tooth fillings that go over a decade, okay, like a very long time. And they always used good material. I'm not even going to lie. Strong material that could last you for a long time. I have recently had a tooth filling that got filled by one dentist. It came off. In a matter of maybe 3 months, it was off. I went back. She filled it again. It came off again. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to go back to her because I'm sick and tired of this. Let me go to a different doctor. I remember I even drove all the way back to Mpumalanga because there was a dentist there that was very good. And I went there, guys, and he filled me and the filling came out. I went to vendor, he filled me, and the filling is out. The material that they're using is so weak and I assume very cheap. And if there are no regulations, everybody's just going to go ahead and do what they want. Get arrested today. For those detectives to actually get your file out, do you know there are certain police stations where you need to pay bribe inside? South Africa, where Donald Trump said horrible things are happening in South Africa, that orange man never lied. Never lied. Horrible things are happening in this country. It's just that it's not the horrible things he was talking about, but horrible things are happening in this country. They shake you down. Even they, like, criminals are arresting criminals. It is a mess. A horrible mess. This country, guys, we are going through a lot. So when Donald said terrible things are happening in this country, he did not lie, guys. At this point, like, there are people that even still ask me, like, Owamie, did you open a case when your cameras got stolen? No, I didn't, because I didn't have insurance. I would have opened if I had insurance, obviously for insurance purposes, but Why should I waste my time by going to a police station, sit and wait on the line for them to just write my docket and take it and throw it on the other side? And maybe after a year, I'll get a message saying that your case has been closed pending further investigation. Like, I don't have that time. Like, I'm just being honest with you guys. I did not, because I don't have that faith when it comes to SAPS. And the issue now is that imagine someone that is in such a high position. Who put him there? Was this man's character even checked? What were the procedures that were followed for him to get such a high position when people like Mkwanas, they are there in this country? But now, if you ask me, Shem, now I feel like maybe he crossed some people. I wonder what it is all about. That's how I feel. I feel like he must have crossed some people, and it's just a matter of flexing powers. And obviously, this was made to be public. Of course, articles said to be written. That's why I'm even here talking about it. Humiliation and everything. His picture is put all over the place. Now what I know is that when someone is arrested, usually they will even, like, especially if it's a high profile, they will cover their face up until they appear in court. So with this one, I don't know, I guess his face is over there, and you guys, I'm sure, have seen it. But I just wanted to say terrible things are happening in South Africa. If those that are up there are at this level of corruption, what do you think their followers, these police guys, are doing? If South Africa was to introduce the system of cameras for cops that would go out there to the public, we would not have a lot of police officers. I feel like that's my opinion. I feel like some of them would actually leave, because the money they make now would not be the money that they would be making, because out there in the streets, these people are making bank. Corruption in South Africa, guys. Yo. But anyway, go ahead and comment down below what you guys think of this whole situation. What do you think should be the right punishment? I mean, if you are someone that is a leader, especially in SAPS, and you are now being accused and you're being found or whatever, what do you think would be a befitting a befitting I'm even tired, child. Punishment. Like, what would be a befitting punishment? I think life in jail. Okay. No possibility of parole. But anyway, go ahead and comment below what you guys think. From Owamie, which was what I love you guys. Stay blessed. And I will see you guys in my next upload. Bye, ninjas.